Any of us who have ever owned a camera or taken a picture know that one must focus the camera in order to get an accurate or not blurry image of the distant object that we're trying to photograph. And that is that we're trying to create the image distance from the lens to coincide with the location of the film. And if they don't, then we get a blurry image. To focus your camera correctly, that means you move your lens forward or backward along the direction between you and the distant object so that the image ends up at the CCD or the film screen. The focal length of the camera doesn't change, it's just a number f. That's because you have the same lens in the camera all the time. Depending on what the object distance p is, the distance of the image from the lens to the image plane will change because of that formula 1 over p plus 1 over I equals 1 over f. So once you know what p is, you need to change the location of the film so that it corresponds with what you know I will end up being. So you want to move the distance of the lens away from the film so that it's equal to I. And when you do, you end up with a camera that you can look through the viewfinder, and instead of seeing a blurry picture, you start to see a sharp picture. We know that if we take a picture of something like very far away, like the mountains in distant view, that we might have our camera focused a certain way. The lens might be a certain distance from the film. But then, just like our eyes need to adapt, if we wanted to take a picture of something nearby, like a person standing in front of us, then we would need to adapt the camera. So the question is, how does that adapt to take a picture of a nearer object like a person as opposed to those distant mountains? Well, again, let's think back to that equation that the camera obeys. It's 1 over I plus 1 over p equals 1 over f. For the case of photographing the mountains, p is approximately infinitely far away. For the nearby person, the object distance p is finite in size. And so in general, when we take 1 over I equals 1 over f minus 1 over p, for the mountains, that second term is 0 because p is infinite. For the person, that object distance p is finite, and so we're going to actually be subtracting something off of that 1 over f term. When p is finite, we're now subtracting a finite number from 1 over f, and the right-hand side of the equation gets smaller. This means that 1 over I, the left-hand side of the equation, will get smaller, and it means that therefore I is larger. This means we need to move the lens away from the film to make the image on the film appear sharp. And so the correct answer is C. We want to make the camera extend outward, the lens further away from the film.